Hey again, guys. Do you know what I like to do when my refrigerator breaks and I have to buy a new one? I like to look at some baseball cards. All right, guys, I have a few things to show you. Um, one pretty cool thing. Uh, but before I do that, I got this Misfits membership request in the mail. Let's see here. Name Mr. Fisherbike. Reason for joining. I want to be part of the best vintage card squad known to man. Favorite set. Whatever Donnie Livestream likes. Favorite 50s card. 1953 Satchel Paige. Tops. Experience and references. Experience 35 plus years of being in this hobby has prepared me for moments like this! Exclamation point. Reference, see enclosed item, wink wink. And he included a Bill Mazeroski Gypsy Queen there. I am not above bribery. Check this box if applicant meets the requirements to become one of the great misfits. He is ready and willing to do what it takes to bring the awareness of how awesome vintage baseball cards are to the public. Okay, I'm going to file this application here. I got to get with the other misfits. We'll let you know. Thanks for the card, Jason. I got a kick out of that. All right, I have a card here, 1895. Mayo cut plug. And this player has a place in baseball history. I believe he's the only one to do this. This is Dave Fouts. And he played multiple positions, including pitcher. He's listed here as a first baseman. I love these cards because they have an all-black back, very unique. But he holds a distinction in baseball history. While he was pitching, the second baseman kind of got the player who was at first base, the runner at first base, kind of got him distracted a little bit, and he ran over and tagged him out. And to the best of my knowledge, he's the only player to ever have an unassisted pickoff at first base as a pitcher. So you know I love to collect players that have some sort of distinction. I thought that was really cool. I got this Johnny Bench 2001 Upper Deck Vintage Timeless Teams. I love this set. It's just a cool looking set. So I added the Johnny Bench there. Got this Mike Trout. Love me some refractors. Been picking up just some of the top players from this set. And we have Corbin Carroll here, tops now. The first player in history to get 25 home runs and 50 stolen bases. Now all these guys are setting marks with stolen bases. And I find it funny because, you know, they made the bag so much bigger. And I just had this laying around, and I put it in a frame a little while ago, and it reminds me of my childhood. So, the Pittsburgh Pirates were at our mall. For those of you from Pittsburgh, and I know Theo, you go to the show at this mall still, and I think there's some other people that may. It's Westmoreland Mall, and I remember when that thing opened. We had another mall in the area called Greengate Mall, and when Westmoreland Mall opened, everybody called it the New Mall for like a decade. It was always the New Mall. So anyway, they had the Pirates, some Pirates coming there to sign, which they would do on occasion, and I got this ball signed by 3 players, and I can easily date this because what happened is I grabbed cards for all 3 players, and one of them was Tom Griffin. And Tom Griffin did not play for the Pirates long. He played for them in 1982, but he never had a card with the Pirates. So I included this card. But he only played for them in 1982. So this ball has to be from 1982. And this sheet here, I believe, is from 1982. Because I had put all these players in this sheet. I cut out one of the 9 pockets so that I would always remember who was on that ball. And I was a big Bill Robinson fan, good hitter. He was on that 79 World Series team. I also have his 1968 Topps 3D card because he was one of my favorite players back then. And Jim Rooker, one of the stars of the 79 World Series. And I actually got to ride to spring training with him and Lanny Fratteri, who was the announcer of the Pirates, which was crazy because I was in the back seat and those two were in the front. And every time Lanny would talk to me, I'd freak out because I was so used to hearing his voice announce Pirate games, and having that voice come from the front seat and just speaking normally to me was so surreal. I can't even tell you. And so I got this frame. It's like a floating frame, just to put them in, and I, keep it with my baseball. I don't know. I'm goofy. I like to, I like to keep things like this. I'm like a curator, really. I enjoy curating my collection. I think that may be why I dislike grading so much, because I love finding different holders and ways to display my cards. And some cards look good in a certain type of holder, other cards don't. They look better in another type of holder. So curating my collection was always really fun for me. And like getting a big box of, BCW supplies, or going to the store and coming home with a bunch of stuff and making sure everything is in its place. I just noticed I have a bunch of baseballs missing from my display. What did I do with those? I'm sure I was rearranging, but sometimes I forget. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Got to get my refrigerator delivered tomorrow. At least I got a cool one and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.